Mushrooms can be found in almost any part of the world, but when you find them at my house, they're often stuffed with cheese. Today we're preparing stuffed mushrooms as well as a whole bunch of other international appetizers. I'm Chef Heidi Fink, and that's what we're cooking on the coast. Welcome! Today is all about celebrating appetizer style. With me in the kitchen is Emily Lycopolus, who's one of only 2 olive oil sommeliers in Canada, also the author of 8 cookbooks, including the award-winning Cedar and Salt. Thank you so much for joining me.
It's a pleasure to be here, Heidi.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So we're gonna be making a few different appetizers, international inspired appetizers, and Emily is gonna start us off with some Feta stuffed mushrooms.
Yeah, that's all spiced up. I'm really excited.
Okay,
they're like one bite mushrooms.
Oh, perfect.
They're perfect for any kind of appetizer, whether it's holiday, date night, whatever you need. So we're gonna get started. Put some feta in the bowl. It's about half a cup of feta.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add 3 cloves of minced garlic.
Okay.
And the zest of 1 lemon.
I love how
and
this
we'll
is all done.
Mash it all up.
Oh, just mash this first.
Just so get that feta to be really nice and we want it nice and crumbly.
Okay,
really crumbly, because it gotta fit inside these tiny, tiny mushrooms.
Okay.
So we've got our mushrooms here, and the trick with mushrooms, I always hate soggy mushrooms, and so the trick is to par cook them this way up. So you want them right side up. My daughter's always upside up, upside down, downside up.
So the caps,
like the caps are
right
down, exactly. So you want the caps this way, and we're gonna cook them for 7 minutes at 425 to get all of the water out and the steam out, and then we'll flip them over, toss them in some oil and salt and pepper, and then stuff them with.
All right, so you don't toss them with oil, salt, and pepper at this
No, because the oil seals in the water, so we wanna make sure that the
okay.
steam can be released. That's the important part of the lack of sogginess.
Okay, I love it. All right.
So we're gonna put these in the oven.
What temperature is the oven?
425.
Okay, love it. I feel like, Emily, do you want to just take over? I can go home, have a nap. You're really good at this.
Okay.
Okay.
How's that feta coming?
I don't know, chef.
It's doing good.
I'm trying.
You're the chef. That's perfect.
Is this good? Do you need any smaller than that? I guess if they're gonna go in those really small caps.
Exactly. If you've got bigger mushrooms, and you can even do this with portobello if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So like bigger ones, these are great for barbecue if you're thinking about summer grilling as well. There's so many options with this.
So if you were doing a portobello, would you like scoop the gills out first?
I would,
right,
yeah.
but not for the little ones.
The little ones, no, it's way too tedious. There's no need.
Yeah. Tedium, that is what we do not want in our holiday appetizers.
Not at all.
All right,
not at all.
So now we've done that, what's next?
So we're going to add 2 teaspoons of sumac, a tablespoon of za'atar, and then salt and pepper.
Ooh, can we talk about sumac and za'atar here?
So sumac is, if you've ever driven down like highways in Ontario, you can see these beautiful bushes on the sides of the highways, and they turn fire engine red around the end of October, beginning of November. And that is sumac. It's originally from the Middle East. And it has this beautiful lemon flavor. You can actually make lemonade with it in the summer. It's so good with the fresh blossoms. And then za'atar is, I feel like every family home has their own rendition of it, but it's thyme, specifically za'atar thyme with sumac, sesame, oregano, all mixed together, salt and pepper in there as well. And it just adds this beautiful freshness to anything that you're cooking, especially if you're adding lemon in, it just, the body is beautiful.
I do love me some sumac for sure, but I've never seen the whole berries like that
so
before.
that's the whole berries once they're dried off the flour, and then they're ground to make the
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that mixed in now.
All right, we're gonna add some Coratina olive oil. So this beautiful olive oil is from Puglia. So it's from the heel of the boot. If you think about Italy, it's the heel of the boot, and that's where the majority of the olives actually in Italy come from. So olive oil in Italy is very much from that region, and we're gonna add our half a cup, 3/4 of a cup of panko.
Okay.
Just to make it nice and crispy. We've got some crunch in there with the soft feta.
I love it. So is there any, so can you tell us a bit about olive oil? What should people be looking for when they're buying olive oil?
Absolutely. So the most important thing is to make sure that your oil is actually extra virgin grade.
Okay.
And that means perfect. Your oil contains no defects, and you want it to have a fruitiness above 0, which you won't necessarily find on a bottle. So you want to make sure that your bottle is dark colored glass. That's the most important thing. And I always look for something in the middle of the shelf because, yeah, this is a really great example. You've got harvest date on this bottle because the moment the olive leaves the tree, that's when it starts degrading.
Right.
It's not based on bottling date, but the bottling date is what the expiry date is based on when we have our bottles. So you want to make sure that you have a harvest date. When did the olive leave the tree? That's the important part. And then as you're looking at the bottle, again, you want to find a harvest date. You want to know what the cultivar is. There's more varieties of olives than there is of grapes. So if you think about the breadth and variety that you can find in a beautiful wine store, you can actually do that and more with olives. And they have just as much flavor profile. So
amazing.
Yeah, there's so much you can do with them.
So we're gonna stuff.
Yeah, we are.
So we have some already done.
We have some magic mushrooms ready to go. And
we've got some spoons.
We've got some spoons, so we are gonna
I don't know which one's the best.
Yeah,
I tried to get little spoons. So that's pretty amazing info about the olive oil. So there are good varieties you can buy on Vancouver Island. Yes?
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is one you can actually find at Country Grocer. It's a really good one, but again, you're looking for something that has a harvest date on it, and light, heat, and oxygen are the 3 things that will make your oil go rancid faster. So I tend to buy in the middle of the shelf, also middle of the road for price point. It doesn't have to be super expensive.
So we've stuffed these little mushroom caps. How long do these go in the oven for?
7 to 10 minutes.
7 to 10 minutes. So 7 to 10 minutes for the first, and then when you take it out, we toss it with olive oil and salt, and tip it this way.
Tip them up. Stuff them and then put them back in.
Do with this extra?
The extra, you can just enjoy it in so many ways. But again, bigger mushrooms, you're gonna use more filling. And
all right, let's get this in the oven. Or do you want to get it in the oven?
You go for it.
Okay, I'll go for it.
I did the last one.
And hopefully there's 2 racks. Yes, there are. Okay, so they cook for 7 minutes?
They do, yes.
Okay. So stick around, we've got a couple more appetizers to make, but first, after the break, we're on the road.
Cooking on the Road is brought to you by Whisk Victoria, the small but mighty kitchen gadget store for every home chef.
I'm here at Niche Grocerant in Victoria, one of my favorite places. It's a hybrid restaurant grocery store, and it carries specifically Vancouver Island products. But I'm here to talk about one of their best sellers and one of my favorite condiments, Umami Bomb from Vumami Foods. Joining me is Nick Bango from Vumami Foods, one of the owners, right?
I am, yeah, one of the 2. Thank you for having me today, Heidi. Excited to be here.
Thank you so much. So tell me a bit about how you got started.
Absolutely, we're still relatively young. We started about 2.5 years ago. We were living in the South Okanagan at the time. We had gone plant-based. We were foodies and we loved to eat. And at that time, this was back in 2019, the selection of vegan food items on the market were pretty limited. We thought, if we're experiencing this, chances are a lot of other people are too, and maybe we can be the ones to bring a product to market that can kind of satisfy sort of our craving for that rich, unctuous, savory kind of flavor that you get from meatier sauces, but is really hard to find in vegan food. We started making it in a cooperative style kitchen that we leased out in a pot just like this.
This is the OG pot?
An original Le Creuset came out of our home kitchen and became our cooking pot. And essentially, we just bring all the ingredients together, mix them, we get it up to the right temperature to develop all those flavors and to hit that beautiful, bold, savory, spicy experience that we were looking for.
Yeah, I noticed you put spicy last because it has the other flavor components. It's not just a chili oil, right? It's like a full flavored condiment.
Absolutely. When people think of chili oil, they immediately assume it's going to be extremely spicy, and there are some amazing spicy chili oils out there. We wanted to make it more palatable to a broader audience. People don't realize, but you have 5 senses when you're eating food. Sweet, sour, salty, bitter, thank you, and umami. And you taste them on different parts of your tongue, and umami you experience on the whole flat top part of your tongue, which is what makes Umami Bomb kind of like an awesome secret ingredient. If you're cooking a sauce or a stew and you're like, how do I make this taste more rich and interesting and delicious? And you can just kind of sneak it on in there. We have garlic umami bomb here. So on the spicy scale of 1 to 3, this is 1, so the least spicy. How's that?
Incredible.
And then we have our medium, which is our OG original flavor.
my God, that's amazing. Just mildly spicy, but yeah, like you say, all the bold and savory notes are what you taste first.
Absolutely. And then you feel the spice kind of build over time. And if you're really adventurous with chilies and you want to give yourself a really good hit, the extra hot just gives you that real zing of spice on there too.
Okay, that's good. So delicious. You can buy it in many other stores on Vancouver Island as well, right?
We're in about 250 locations around Canada, most of which are here in BC.
Okay.
Check out our website, vumamifoods.com, to see all our locations.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, thank you, Heidi.
Welcome back to the kitchen. I'm here with Emily Lycopolus, and we are making international appetizers. So we have some delicious garlic feta stuffed mushrooms in the oven that are almost ready, probably in the next couple minutes.
Yeah.
I am going to be making some wasabi deviled eggs, and I'm going to get Emily to help me out. So I have already boiled these eggs. Emily's going to start mashing the yolks, and then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and we're going to add some wasabi. So wasabi is a Japanese horseradish that is super delicious. You may have had it in sushi before. So we're gonna put 2 teaspoons in there. You could put a bit less. Yeah, it's gonna be intense.
It's gonna be spicy.
Yeah. Hang on, it doesn't want to come out. Oops, and I. Here, I'll get that off. There we go.
Oh, good.
The food is flying around here. We've been in the splash zone all day. Okay, I'm gonna put another teaspoon in here, and you're gonna put the mayonnaise in there.
I sure am.
Okay, there we go.
Let's see if that comes out.
So you want to do prepared wasabi because it has a lot more flavor.
Got this?
There we go. I got extra. I got lots of mini spatulas around here. Then we are going to add one of my favorite ingredients, which is Umami Bomb. It's a chili oil made in on Vancouver Island. You could use any chili oil that you want, assuming you can get it open. You just need a little tiny bit, like a 1/4 teaspoon, or maybe a tiny bit more. Hang on. There we go. So
That's
this one,
just the oil on the
I'm
top.
just using the oil on the top for this particular thing, and
Oh,
then
it smells amazing.
yeah, it does, doesn't it? And then we need a little bit of sesame oil. So toasted sesame oil. We're just going to put a few little drops in there, just about a 1/4 teaspoon, and then we want to put just a little pinch of salt in there. And then once it's all smooth, we're going to add the parsley just to bump up the green color. So keep going till it's smooth. All right, let's put the parsley in there. Yeah. So you can leave this out, but I like to add it because it enhances the green color of the wasabi. Yeah. All right, now you can put this in a piping bag. You can use a spoon, honestly, to fill them. One of the things I like to do is actually put it in a Ziploc bag and then snip the corner, and it's like a makeshift piping bag.
Yeah,
I think
so
you can
much
do that.
easier.
You know how to do this?
I think so.
Okay. Emily is gonna do that, and then I've got some scissors. And while she's doing that, I am gonna start my chickpea and artichoke hummus. So one of my secrets to hummus is adding some unmarinated artichoke hearts. So first of all, artichoke hearts are super nutritious and delicious, but they kind of lighten the texture of the hummus and give a really nice flavor. It's a little less pasty. So for this hummus recipe, we are going to be using 5 cloves of garlic. You could do 3 if you want. And we're all
Lots
about
of
the garlic
happening.
today. And then we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Look at this, I love having another professional in the kitchen to help me.
If only we had each other at home.
Yeah, right? Oh my God, we should set up some kind of kitchen commune. All right, look at that. Oh, that looks beautiful, yeah. I love it. So the next most important ingredient, you guys know how much I love this. I've used it last season in a baking episode. It's like a peanut butter, but made out of sesame seeds. And it's one of the most essential ingredients in hummus. Just put about a 1/4 cup in there. It's always fine to have a little bit extra. There we go. That looks really good. Try not to make it look like a poop emoji.
That is very true.
Then we're gonna put the artichoke hearts in there and some chickpeas. There we go. So I've got 1 whole large can of chickpeas, and then we're gonna put a little bit of salt in there, about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon. We can always add more salt. Those look really good. Okay, I need some olive oil. So we're gonna use this olive oil that Emily recommends because why not? And I'm gonna we're gonna do about 3/4 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. All right,
We need it.
We got our olive oil. All right, let's get this going. So I'm gonna start by grinding this a little bit, then I'm gonna pour the olive oil in. Oh, it was all ready to go. It was ready.
Jump started.
So sometimes we add a little bit of warm water to this just to make it a little looser. Okay. All right. So you could puree that a lot longer, like if you wanted it to be smoother. So I'm just gonna clean this part up right here. Oh, we should probably get the mushrooms out.
We should.
Yes. It looks amazing. Is there enough room on that cooling rack?
I think there is. Split the difference.
All right, perfect. Okay.
We're good.
We're gonna just let those mushrooms cool a bit and then we can transfer them to the platter. But I just wanna show everybody how I do a hummus plate so it actually looks exciting. So you grab a platter. Now I have this really nice oval platter. You can use a round platter. So first we're gonna put the hummus in a bowl in the middle. I'm just gonna set this aside. And then we're gonna scoop some hummus out into this nice little bowl. So I like to have like kind of a tall, narrow bowl. That way you can fit more veggies around it. And I like to put a little bit of either cayenne or paprika. I've got some smoked paprika, so I'm gonna put that on because the red kind of sets it off, don't you think?
Agreed.
Agreed. And I like to leave it kind of rough on the top because then the olive oil, do you wanna do the honors of drizzling? The olive oil kind of drizzles into the corners. Where did I put my paprika? There we go. Oh yeah. Never
All
have.
the crevices.
Yeah, totally. I've got to find what's the shaker side of this.
Okay.
Then just shake a little bit of paprika on top there.
Beautiful.
This is smoked paprika, so it has like a really nice smoky flavor. Okay,
That'll
now.
go well with the artichokes too.
Yeah, I think so. Now I'm gonna just put this right. Oh, maybe we'll put it right there. Then we're gonna pull out all of my
the veggies.
that I've prepared. Okay, so I have a rainbow, what I call a rainbow of vegetables. So I've got green, I've got red, I've got yellow, I've got orange. So, I know. And this is just, raw veggies I cut up. But these ones, the broccoli, what I've done here is I have actually blanched them. So I put them in boiling water for 30 seconds and then cooled them off right away. So what I like to do is actually start with the tomatoes. So I like to do kind of across from each other. So I build it like this. And I'll get you to do the carrots maybe. Sure. So you can put the carrots here and here. Yeah, perfect.
Running away.
Yeah, they are. Perfect, yeah. And then just directly across. And then we'll do yellow, and then you can maybe do the green. Yeah, beauty.
And then
Yeah, so we'll do
green
yellow
after.
next time. We gotta get that rainbow order.
Oh,
Red,
right.
yellow, green. Too bad there's no blue foods.
it's true, there aren't any blue foods. There's
There are
blue
not?
flowers, but
Yeah, but even then they're kind of purpley.
it's
Yeah.
true.
Even blueberries are actually purple.
You like purple yams maybe?
Yeah, that's true, purple yams. And then some cucumber. And we'll put that right beside there, and then we'll leave a little spot for our radishes. Actually, you know what? Let's put the cucumber up against the tomato so there's a little more contrast.
Good idea.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, beautiful. Oh, that looks so good. I just think this just looks so vibrant and beautiful. Like it actually makes someone want to come and eat a bunch of vegetables.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's transfer the
Mushrooms onto a platter.
onto a platter. Yep, and then we will be ready with our delicious appetizer party.
Platter's ready down. Let's try.
There we go. Maybe just one of them for right now.
Yeah.
Right. And how would you garnish this plate, do you think?
Sometimes I like to add a little bit of extra sumac, which
Oh,
is really
yeah, because that's kind of pink and beautiful.
exactly.
Okay.
And then sometimes, of course, green. Some fresh thyme is really beautiful,
Oh, yeah.
or some parsley as
Maybe
well.
some parsley. I've got some parsley we can put on the platter.
But what you want to see is the golden panko. You want to see the
How it's like-
golden crispy
yeah.
crust.
Yeah, for sure.
exactly.
Beautiful. Yum. People do love mushrooms here. Let's put a few parsley fronds on there.
Add some green. Spruce it up a bit.
Oh, that is good. All right. There we have it.
There we go.
We've got our
Appetizers.
celebration Appies. Looks beautiful. Ready for any type of party or holiday gathering.
Pairings are brought to you by Liquor Plus. Discover the plus.
These appetizers have such different flavor profiles, it should make for an interesting beverage pairing. Joining us is Wade Moore from Yellow Dog Brewing Company. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
So what have you got for us? What are you gonna pair with this garlicky, wasabi, craziness.
Yeah, so I kind of felt like it looks like a nice kind of spring fun dish or whatever. So I brought the Yellow Dog Chase My Tail Pale Ale today. So kind of nice and clean, fresh beer, little citrus and that sort of thing, followed with like a bit of a malty kind of
and that should
finish.
stand up to some like wasabi, garlic,
Yeah, I think
hummus.
it'll
it'll
should pair up pretty good.
Beer's pretty forgiving that way,
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, let's try it.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. I'll just crack into some here. So Yellow Dog's been around for quite a while now. They're one of the kind of mainstays, I'd say, in BC for craft beer.
Yeah?
Yeah, here.
Oh, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Don't forget to save some for yourself.
Oh, I've never been shy on that front, so.
All right, cheers. I always like to try it first by itself and then try it with the beer.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's very nice.
We're doing pretty good start so far.
So I don't know, what do you think? Like mushroom, egg?
I like the mushrooms. So
We're gonna try the mushrooms first?
I think so. I'm a little
These are
fan
also
of
easier to eat, they're small.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
What do you think? Am I doing all right so
Yeah,
far?
you're doing great.
Okay, I think you're nailing it with the food, so I think we've got a good combo going.
You know what? Let's get some hummus. Artichoke hummus, basically. It has chickpeas in it as well, but artichokes to kind of lighten the mood. Carrot.
Yeah, I think this one balances pretty good with this beer.
Yeah. We'll try it. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I love how different it tastes. Like, that's one thing that's great about the pairing of like wine and food together, or beer and food together, is that every bite you take of a different flavor, it makes the beverage taste different.
Yeah, it kind of follows a different pathway through everything.
Yeah, it does. That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really interested to know how it's going to hold up to the wasabi, though.
Where's the wasabi?
Wasabi is a wasabi deviled egg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe just take a bit of bite. Woo.
Kind of cuts that heat.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah. Oh, actually, that's really good.
Yeah. How are we doing?
I mean, I thought it tasted great, and this is actually, it's good to have a beer that pulls all of these flavors together, right? Because sometimes that can be hard. We have so many competing flavors.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I kind of thought. The Chase My Tail is a really popular go-to for a lot of people too. It's got a really nice following, and it cuts through with a lot of different things like vegetables, and especially with that hummus and stuff as well. I think so. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I think I'm going to eat a little bit more food and have a little bit more beer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We are absolutely going to do that. Show us your take on this recipe. Tag us on social media at Chef Heidi Fink or at CHEK Media. I'm Chef Heidi Fink. The more you learn, the better it tastes.
What's on the mushroom?
It's like garlic, panko, sumac, like a lemony herb.
Yeah, awesome.
Really good.
You know, I'm not a huge deviled egg person.
Yeah.
You kind of won me over.
Oh,
there,
yay!
so.
Awesome.